Yeah, I do want to call Samantha. Skype, thank you very much. Alright, I'm giving, and I believe I'm joined with Samantha WPG. She's with me right now. Hello, Samantha.
Hi, Kenny. It's Sam. How are you?
I'm doing real good, Heart, and thank you so much for being on the show.
Oh, you're welcome. It's my pleasure. Happy holidays to you and your family, by the way.
Likewise, happy holidays to you too, and it's pretty much going to be the Kenny and Samantha show for the next 30 minutes, and
Sure. That sounds great. Sounds like a blast.
yes, so Samantha, why don't you let the people know, tell the people a little bit about yourself, and I know you do painting and you do a variety of other things, but talk a little bit about yourself if you can.
Okay, well, I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba. Um, I do body painting, photography. I do special effects makeup. I'm a Red Seal trade esthetician. That's my main career, but I do a lot of different things. As they say, starving artist, you have to fluctuate into different levels of many different aspects of the industry, right? So I do a little bit of everything. It complements what my clients need. So like I'll give you an example. I had somebody who wanted to buy a body painting package for their daughter and never done a lot of face painting, wanted to learn lessons. So they bought a package from me. I actually even got like how to paint your face, do for face painting, to a gift card to a local art supply place, to I made them a whole gift package today. So stuff like that. So multitasking. So I do a little bit of everything. Jill of all trades, right? Instead of Jack.
That that pretty much point. That's pretty much to describe you. You are indeed a Jill of all trades. I think
That's right.
you're the first person in the history of the show that I've interviewed that's that's part of the body painting industry. And I know I obviously people like to paint every now and then, but you actually paint people. And what I want to know is how did that? What made you decide to actually paint people for a living?
Well, it started out when I was in, I would say, honestly, junior high. It all started with those Mr. Sketch markers, the blueberry ones. Back in the day when we're like, oh, this is non-toxic, I'll just draw on you with it. So that started with that, and then I upgraded to regular face paint and stuff. But I would say doing kids parties, uh, doing makeup on myself and other people, volunteering my time at Canada Day, like I was at Man in Nature. They would ask, oh, does anybody want to come and do face painting? I said, oh, I'll be down for that. I'll come down. So I always volunteered or started that way. Like I've been doing it for a long time. I would say about 20 years now. I'm almost 40. I turned 40 in February. So I've been doing it a long time. So that's how I started. It's called playing around, working with your 4D canvas, as they say, right? So,
Oh, absolutely. And paint. It is. Do you think that body painting is more difficult than say painting a wall?
yeah, definitely. People have emotions. They're hot, they're cold, they move around a lot. Um, yeah, definitely. When you have a wall, actually a wall can be difficult too, but people, it's a whole nother level. Um, you really have to accommodate people. You've got everything from models getting locked knees to dehydration to comfort zone. Um, is it legal to body paint that person in public? Are you at an event, like example, Comic-Con, I'm body painting a girl with nipple covers and there's kids around. What do? You have to make sure you're paint them before you come into an event or you're painting them in an area that they can't see that before it even happens. So there's a lot of things you have to, be prepared. There's education. There's cross-contamination issues. There's so many different things with body paint you need to watch. So Definitely lots of different levels for sure.
Wow, I definitely can understand the children as far as you painting people in public and
Yes.
how they may react and things like that.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
guess yeah, I guess it would be best to paint them in certain spots before you do it in public
Yeah. Usually. Yep.
so that people so certain children won't look at certain things and like well and then all of a sudden the parents got to cover their eyes like you're not supposed to see that. No.
Well, it happens at Comic Con, unfortunately. There's some body painting artists out there. Like because every nowadays with Comic Cons or any convention, there's adult ones and then there's all ages events, right?
Mhm.
So I when I have a booth or a table, I always look into that and go, okay, well, I'm gonna do like say a silicone bra where there's no nipple covers, and then I'll do like my latex pour of like a spider logo, and then that chest cover area is covered so it looks like a tube top, or it looks like they're wearing clothes but they're not. So you're having that body painting friendly environment, they call it, right? So
It's definitely understandable. You mentioned Comic Con. Are we talking about the Comic Con located in San Diego?
no, Winnipeg, Manitoba. It's called C4 Winnipeg Comic Con. It's been going on for years. We have artists. They have Artist Alley like the other Comic Cons. We have an artist panel. We have judges. We have costume contests. It's actually to the level of the same. Like in some aspects, we're actually most reasonable for artists to be able to afford to set up, which is the difference from San Diego. Because San Diego, you can pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for just a table, and then you're comfortable in Winnipeg because we're trying to get customers and people to come in, and people who just want to enjoy comics and costume cosplayers. Um, it's I would say it's almost at the same level as San Diego in a way, but the venue is a little bit smaller. It's a little bit smaller, but there's about 80 to 90,000 people in a weekend or even more. It's crazy. We have lineups. Sometimes they're 2 hours long to just get in the building. So,
What is the experience like being in a Comic Con like the one you referring to, interacting with people, interacting with customers, fans from the past, new fans. Like what's it like just being part of a convention like that and just getting a chance to interact with people?
oh, it's so much fun. I enjoy it. Um, it can be stressful because you got long hours because you can be there. Like, say example, the con, they want you to be there early to set up. Say example, you set up like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. You don't leave till 9, 10 o'clock at night. Sometimes you have customers booked in because it's Halloween. Like this year it landed on Halloween on a Friday, so it was perfect. I was very busy. I had a lot of people from makeup for costume contests. I had people who were going to parties. I had people who just wanted makeup because they wanted to walk around the convention. It can be very, very, very much fun. It can be a party. It depends on how you take it, right? It's a great networking tool, great business aspects, as in finding new clients because people don't know who you are. Because honestly, social media sometimes just doesn't get you out there enough. So it puts it onto a new perspective of what's out there for customers to see. Like Artist Alley, that's where I usually end up being. I don't go with the vendors and all that. I like being an independent artist. So what I offer is like the 4D art. So you're there and you can see, what I'm doing, interact, look, see. I do a photo booth. So I take photos of people and they come by and they can take a keepsake home with them. So you're not spending a lot of money on souvenirs. You can come and see me and get your makeup done, that kind of thing. But yeah, it's very good. Like you can pay anywhere from, I think, like 15 up to $40. They have VIP weekend passes and stuff like that. Again, it depends if you want to sit and have like lunch or dinner with the celebrities. Like they have these packages available. It's really cool. So I mean, it really depends on what you're going there for. Are you spending all your money to like to meet a celebrity like one of the Star Trek crew, or like Holly Wolf was there this year. She's been in Playboy and a whole bunch of other stuff. Like example, right? What's your goal? Why are you going to that Comic Con? And some people like to go because they're just specifically a certain item or person that they want to get. So,
Well, that definitely sounds quite the experience that you have. And that being said, do you plan to attend there next year?
oh yeah, this will be my 6th year. Yeah, Comic Con's awesome. I love it. It's a really, really good investment with anyone, artists, anyone. You can make money or you can make no money. So it's it's like Russian roulette, right? You go to the casino, you put some money in, you know if you're gonna get it back. So it's like anything, right? So it's fun. I have a great time. So
So, as we wind down the end of 2014, do you have any moments, favorite memories that stood out to you? Like maybe whether you network with somebody or a Comic Con story or just anything in particular. Like, do you have a favorite moment in 2014?
the zombie event this year was pretty crazy. I think what 250 people came out to that. That was pretty crazy. I was with the LARP group, Steinbach LARP group, and they decided to ask me if I wanted to come to zombie makeup. So I came and I did zombie makeup for them. That was pretty cool. Um, just body painting in general, just doing different projects and that. That was pretty fun. Comic-Con, Holly Wolf was really cool. I took photos of her and met her in person. Very unique lady. She had some really nice costumes and had a lot to talk about her travels. She's been in like Maximum Magazine and Playboy South Africa. Friends with Ashley Salazar too. So everybody knows somebody in one way or another. It's really awesome. What else have I been up to? Oh, I did the Taboo show this year, which is like a sex show of like selling educational like books and toys. And I set up a booth and I actually was hired by Can West and they told me to promote the show. So I did. I gave out like 6,000 tickets. Those were complimentary to get people to get in the door. And then I set up a booth and I did a fashion show and I body painted people. Oh, it was a blast. That was one of the highlights of the year. The zombie event was a highlight of the year. I got picked to be a representative of European Body Art, which is really cool. So basically using their products, promoting them, telling people about what European Body Art is, educating them on the product line, and I get to use their products. Dabbling in more prosthetic work. I've been doing a lot more costume work for people, airbrushing, props, full costume wear, thermal flex, all this stuff you see that with like costume, Comic-Con goers, like people who do like full costume. I've been doing that a lot lately. That I've been really busy with that, like nano suits, airbrushing you to be, Spider-Man or Green Lantern, putting airbrush muscles on the, on the stomach, and putting logos and adding on things, like just enhancing someone's costume to the point where they win awards and having a blast, so.
But that definitely has to be rewarding for you, considering that you paint people, and then when they look at themselves and they feel very great about it, it definitely shows that the hard work you put in definitely pays off. Like, do you feel that way when you paint a client and they just feel so excited about the work that you put in? Like, do you feel like this is why I was meant to do what I do for a living?
Definitely. When a client comes to see me, they have a vision, so we communicate back and forth about the idea. And then sometimes I'll just take something and run with it. Like, I'll example, I do the Spider Girl costumes where I do a full latex chest piece. I've actually carved from clay. I've sculpted it. And I would do like a plaster Paris mold or a mold from Smooth On or anything like that. And I would adhere it to their chest over a silicone bra or nipple covers, and it would blend into the top they have, and people go, wow, is that clothes? That's what makes my job, my artistic expression, that much more powerful, going, wow, those are clothes. You're wearing what? Can I touch that? Like, it's just, it's very dimensional. Like, people just, it blows their mind what you can create. Like, you can make somebody's neck cut open. You can make things popping out of their body. Like, just crazy three-dimensional feelings that you get, and look, and just the interaction from customers and clients is, it's rewarding. And referrals, people going, I found you on the internet, or I heard from this person you did phenomenal airbrushing, or I saw your nanosuit and you airbrushed your nanosuit. Can I get that done too? You know, stuff like that. That's what really hits home with me. That's appreciated. Like, I appreciate every client and customer, people who interact with me, just from people asking me questions, people interested in taking my classes, to people like just going, wow, I saw Shannon Winning, one of the ladies who's been seeing me for 5 years. I saw her face. It was ripped right open with the jaws, or I saw the doll mask you made. She take the doll mask off and her face is bleeding underneath and muscle contour, and it blows their mind away. And it's like, that's what's rewarding to me, you know? So
That's awesome, and just to hear your input on it and how it definitely shows that you have a passion for doing this, and I say kudos to you in that regard. That being said, do you have any influences that kind of inspire you to get into what you're doing?
It's everyday life. Just things around me. Other artists on the internet. Yeah, it helps. They have amazing. There's so many people out there with amazing talents. I don't want to compare myself to anyone. I don't want to. Well, I do take influence from other artists to an extent, but I don't want to copy other people's work. Like, it kind of drives me nuts when people copy the exact same thing and they don't really even put their own inspiration into it. But if you're getting a request, like an example request for like a Green Lantern logo, then you have to copy the same artist, right? So I do have some stuff that's requested that I have to kind of get close to what they're asking for, right? Um, I don't know, everyday kind of life stuff, stuff on the internet, horror films, cosplays, Comic-Con characters, photography. I could be seeing like a black light photo shoot and I'm going, wow, I want to try that out. So I'll do a sunset UV body painting, which is very hard to do. People don't realize, they're like, they see these things on the internet and they go, oh, that's only an hour of my time. No, you get in that studio and you go, my gosh, this is 4 or 5 hours. And then you got hundreds and hundreds of dollars of product to paint on somebody. People just, it blows their mind away. They think it's just slapping on some paint, you know? And UV body paints is funny. This is another influence that you're talking about that influences you in art and stuff. UV body paint, you can't see until you have that black light on the skin. It's crazy. But that's my adventures of influence and inspiration. Yeah, good times.
Wow, it definitely takes a lot of imagination to do something what you do, and I don't know how people, I don't know how people manage to do it, or what gets them into it. but it's definitely something that is you made this body painting thing very intriguing, and I will say I don't know if I want to get myself body paint by anybody, but if I were, then I'd probably reach out to you,
Oh,
maybe.
thanks.
You know.
Sure. Hey, whatever works. Anyone can get it done, Kenny. Like, it's just all about, like, do you want to do a private thing where you're like, you don't want the whole world to see, or you're going to go out to, like, say, a masquerade ball and you're wearing a mask and then you get painted up like a superhero? I mean, anything's possible, right? So
Yeah, I like that question. Oh, that sentence. Anything is possible, I guess.
it is,
Anything.
definitely. Definitely.
So, do you have any plans, any goals, anything you want to accomplish in 2015?
Oh, I would like to be on Skin Wars and Face Off, but the problem with that, they're American shows and they will not allow Canadians on. So I'm not going to be doing that anytime soon. Um, I'm just, I think for the new year, I'm just going to focus on just doing a little more improving on certain things. Probably take some classes, some other art classes just on different techniques maybe. Looking out at seeing what events are out there that are coming up soon. Probably Taboo Show I might be doing. Comic-Con again next year for sure. Zombie event usually, which is in March, and they have like, I don't know, 300 people who come out and they get done up as zombies and run around and shoot each other with like Nerf airsoft guns. That's fun. I don't know, just I go with the flow. Like every day is a new adventure for me because honestly, you never know who the next customer or client's going to be. You don't know what new media. There's so many new prosthetic stuff that's coming up in the market. I can't even keep up with half of it. So there, and the industry is so expensive. It's like, okay, well, I have to have the clients or the customers to bring in the funds to do what I need to do. And sometimes it's just right out of my pocket. A lot of the stuff you see, it's like I pay for that. I get a percentage off from certain companies I do get sponsored from. If you're selling stuff to the public off your website or anything like that, you need to like bring in hundreds of thousands of dollars worth of that product to actually even get like say 50% off to even sell the product. So, I mean, if I'm not selling a lot of my product, then I'm not going to bring it in, right? So, but I can help people and teach them and educate them and advertise what I know and what I can share with new and up and coming new body artists if they're interested in doing something. So, but I don't know. The year is brand new. You never know what's going to happen. I'm just taking it with a grain of salt. So I'm open to new adventures, new projects. I always like working with new people. Yeah, so.
Speaking of people, you posted a blog in the chat one earlier, and it's from a fairly style mother who asked you to be on the blog. And if you don't mind, talk a little bit about your involvement in that particular blog.
Okay, well, a young lady who lives in Florida. Her name is Fair Style Mother, and she runs a blog for Chris Brown called Mechanical Dummy. She has the art blog, and she found me and actually the hashtags freelance artist, which is funny. You think hashtags don't work. You're like, oh, this is a bunch of malarkey. No, you keep using hashtags, people find you. Social media is phenomenal. So she messaged me on Instagram. She goes, I found you on hashtag freelance artist. I said, oh yeah. She goes, do you mind me writing up a blog on you? You have amazing artwork and I would like to showcase your talents. I said, sure, that'd be great. So they have a lot of different artists on there and it blows my mind that she picked me to be on there. I'm like, wow, huge compliment. Shout out to Fair Style Mother. She's phenomenal. And she's on Twitter, so you should check her out. She's a great lady and she's always looking for phenomenal artists. Like I've even written about her on my blog. I have a visual eye candy blog on my website and on Google Plus. So If you want to learn a little bit more about her, you can check her out. And she's on Twitter too under Fair Style Mother. She's awesome. She's like totally into fashion. She's high fashion, high end art and all that kind of wonderful stuff. Phenomenal lady. I would definitely check her out. She's really cool. So.
And her Twitter name is at the FSM. That's the as in THEEFSM. Fairly Style Mother. Check out her blog. That includes Samantha, and check out the other blogs that she has posted. I got two more questions for you. You and I have something in common, or person in common,
Okay.
and that's Ashley Salazar. I've networked with her throughout the years.
Yep.
You have worked with her. What was it like getting a chance to work with Ashley?
Well, Ashley Salazar, I actually was on Team Salazar for Playboy Miss Social. I actually helped her out win the contest. We had Arnie Schroeder and a whole bunch of people on the team. It was awesome because I ran for Playboy Miss Social too. But I did it for 3 years. It was all right. I'm not anymore. But I decided one day, I said, Ashley, do you want me to come down? Let's do body painting. Let's network together. So I went down to St. Louis. She picked me up at the airport and we hung out and we started like talking about, brainstorming different ideas for body paint. I said, I always wanted to do the gold, James Bond gold member one where the woman's gold on the bed laying there completely nude in the gold body paint. So we did a shoot like that. And then I had to shoot with her with zombie ammo. So we did that. And what else did I do? Oh, a Playboy logo. So I painted a Playboy logo on her chest and the rest of her was gold. I did her hair, her makeup. No, she's a great lady. We had a great time. We had a great time. We went on Google Plus. We hung out. We talked to her fans and friends. And we got her to win Playboy Miss Social. So, yeah. And she went to the Playboy Mansion. Ashley does so many different things too. She does photography. She does modeling. Wow, she's a multitasking lady too. She has so many different levels of spectrum, as they say. She's a pyramid from so many different sides. She has so many different things to offer. It's really cool. But yeah, we worked together for about a week. We did a whole bunch of stuff, and no, it was a blast. I had a great time with her. Big sweetheart. So.
She definitely fits in your category of that multitasking, jack of all trades, etc. And I don't know how y'all ladies do it, but y'all do it very well. I'm just going to point that out. And before I let you go, Samantha, why don't you go in and let everybody know where they can learn more from you, social media-wise, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Go ahead and plug your links.
Okay, awesome. Well, you can find me at my own website, which I created myself at www.samantha, so that's www.samanthawpg.com, which means Winnipeg Painting Girl. So that's why I picked WPG, and plus it's the initials for Winnipeg. So when you're putting in like you're making your mail, you send your mail to a friend, you're like WPG Winnipeg. And then I have another website, which is www.bodypaintingwinnipeg.com. SamanthaWinnipeg.com, which is WPG.com, has all my links of my Twitter, my Instagram, my Tumblr, my blogs, blogs I've been on recently. Any radio I've done in the last little while with other wonderful friends and other radio bloggers I've been with too. But it has everything on there from my photography to my special effects makeup to body painting, everything, you name it. Oh, YouTube, Samantha WPG Visual Eye Candy. I'm on a lot of different sites. I like to spread out the the warmth feeling of my work. So. Yeah,
Well,
that's where you can find me. So
well, Samantha, as we run out of time, I want to thank you for joining me this evening for not only just chatting with me, but joining me pretty much for the second half of the entire show. And continued success, and hope 2015 gets even better for you. And again, thank you for your time. Happy holidays.
oh,
Have a
you're
great
welcome.
weekend. And again, thank you for being on the show.
Oh, you're welcome, Kenny. Happy holidays to you and your family. And thank you to everyone out there who's listening on a Saturday night. I know most people are at Santa Cons and having a blast at Christmas parties, but thank you for tuning in. And I appreciate you having me on here, Kenny. And
You,
if Ashley's listening, hello, Ashley.
what's up, Ashley? I'm sure she'll be listening to this on because I'll be posting these interviews on YouTube. So
Yeah,
she definitely will be hearing this at some point.
awesome.
You
Well, I'm
ha-
excited to hear it on YouTube, so it'll be awesome. Thank you.
you have a great night, Samantha.
You too, Kenny. Take care.
Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
That was Samantha WPG joining me, and now I know what WPG stands for. That's Winnipeg. She's repping for her city. That's what's up. And thank you, everyone.